What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're going to talk about Season of the Deep, which is coming to Destiny 2 in May of 2023. This is going to be the first post-Lightfall season for the game, which no doubt will be an important one, and despite it being a little ways out yet, Bungie have previewed a series of important changes and additions to the game that will arrive with Season 21. And so today we're going to round up new content which has been confirmed, as well as what we know about possible theme for the season, but also the launch date, new activities, rewards, a pretty huge change to crafting weapons, plus new strand upgrades, PvP content and a new map, and much more. So I hope you guys enjoy the video today. But before we get into it guys, are you looking for delicious, fresh and easy to prepare meals delivered right to your door? If you are, then HelloFresh have some mouth-watering recipes and ingredients which make cooking at home easy and satisfying. And so HelloFresh deliver ingredients and recipes directly to you, with 40 weekly options to choose from, which help you explore global flavors in your kitchen. And they have options for everyone, including healthy and wholesome foods, to quick, easy meals which suit all tastes. And even better, HelloFresh is less expensive than grocery shopping, and up to 75% less costly than dining in a restaurant or ordering takeouts. So if you're like me and you need a little bit of guidance, luckily, HelloFresh have plenty of step-by-step recipes, with pre-portioned ingredients to cut down on prep time, save on waste, and make the process simple. If you're looking for high protein meals, then they've got a protein smart tag for meals that have more than 30 grams of protein, which I personally love. But there are loads of other options, including veggie and pescatarian recipes, which help you maintain your goals and eat happy. And so I totally recommend that you check out HelloFresh. Be sure to use my link or go to hellofresh.com and use code POGHOUNDMAR60 for 60% off, plus free shipping. Once you click the link, my description will live update to count up the purchases. And any purchases there really help us out on the channel, so be sure to check them out guys. And thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring the video today. Now though, getting into the Destiny content for Season 21, initially, the projected start date for the season is the 23rd of May, and Season 21 should run up until the 22nd of August according to the API. So we'll be on a very similar schedule to what we had in Year 5 of the game. But in terms of content, one of the major pieces of content for Season 21 will be a new dungeon. Of course, we don't know what we'll find within that dungeon yet, but the dungeon key is available to Lightfall and annual pass owners. And Bungie have confirmed this dungeon will have its own exotic weapon, and as always, a collection of rewards to earn. So that'll be one of the pinnacle activities for the season, but another major content change for Season of the Deep is that Bungie confirmed it will not feature a vendor upgrade paradigm. And they added that the same will be true for the following season. This doesn't mean that players will never see a vendor upgrade system again, but instead means that they want to create a more varied experimental framework, as well as slowly creating a wide array of different systems for players to show their investment into seasonal content. They've also said that this variety will extend into the types of content players experience in the moment-to-moment gameplay of later seasons. And in both Season of the Deep and Season 22, the team is pushing the envelope to create more fresh activity experiences, like when we first unveiled the Shattered Realm in Season of the Lost, or debuted Battlegrounds in Season of the Chosen. So they're saying the kind of vendor loot system and the upgrade system will be quite different for Season 21, and they're also aiming to refresh the activity content and rely a little bit less on the format that we've seen with previous seasons. So while that doesn't reveal exactly what the season content will be, I'm sure it will be a welcome change, and hopefully will freshen up the season content for Season of the Deep. As a quick mention of a potentially significant kind of content theme, I suppose, for the season, in Lightfall we did get a tease at the end of the Winterbite quest that suggests the planet Titan from Vanilla Destiny 2 houses a vital enemy of the Witness, and if this target is still alive, preservation will be paramount. And so there's speculation, of course, with the reference to Titan, but also Season of the Deep and Titan being a methane ocean planet, it's certainly possible that we could return to Titan in some capacity for Season of the Deep. Although that is speculation based on lore in the game, and certainly isn't confirmed, however nonetheless it's pretty interesting. Also for Season of the Deep though, Bungie have said that the Lightfall story will essentially continue through that season, so in particular they previewed a new quest that they'll be bringing to Neomuna in Season of the Deep. And throughout this quest they've said that players will explore the city to learn about the nature of the Veil through Osiris's research and newly uncovered Ishtar Collective data. This will be a brief pursuit for the season, but will actually be tied to Lightfall itself, so while it launches in Season 21, it will be available to owners of the Lightfall expansion, and is going to take place separately to the events of Season 21. But they've added that as a reward for completing the final step, players will gain access to 3 new strand aspects. So there'll be one per class, and they've said that the Titan will get Fletchered Storm, the Hunters will receive Threaded Spectre, and Warlocks will get the Wanderer. Of course, we can only speculate as to what they'll do, but they've added that these new aspects are planned to be earned by completing the quest, rather than requiring additional strand meditations. And on top of that, the quest will remain available in Neomuna in perpetuity for all Lightfall owners, so it'll essentially be a part of the Lightfall expansion, as long as the Lightfall expansion is available in the game. But on top of this, we will earn a new legendary hand cannon from this quest. So again, it will be for Lightfall owners, and it's basically the hand cannon that was shown in the Lightfall artwork that the Hunter was holding right here. As for why this wasn't in Lightfall itself, we don't really know, but it is a weapon that we'll be able to acquire in Season 21. In that same artwork though, there's a Titan holding a grenade launcher that has the same pattern on it, so this bit isn't confirmed, but it's possible that we could see some additional weapons with this particular theme, but we'll just have to wait and see. On the subject of mods and builds though, Bungie have said that they're planning to expand on build crafting options season over season, so on top of the new strand aspects, it seems very likely that we'll get some new mods and capabilities inside of builds. And then for weapons, we're going to get a pretty big change to crafting. So for Season 21, Bungie will be introducing what they call Manual Deep Sight. And they say this feature allows you to electively apply Deep Sight to a weapon that has a pattern available to unlock. And only weapons that have not previously rolled with Deep Sight are valid for activation. And they add that Deep Sight can't be activated on the same weapon instance multiple times, and that the ability to manually activate Deep Sight will be tightly controlled, with some variation in the costs required depending on the weapon. So they say a raid weapon will require additional currencies compared to a seasonal weapon, but it basically means we'll be able to turn a normal seasonal weapon into a red border weapon, and then extract the pattern progress. That will have additional crafting costs associated with it, but will no longer be entirely reliant on red border drops of weapons in order to get their patterns. Also coming in Season 21 though, Bungie have said they want to expand the enhanced trait perk capabilities of crafted weapons, and to do this they'll be introducing a new weapon enhancing feature to a very limited number of weapons. So the first weapons to obtain this enhancement capability will be the adept weapons acquired from the Master Difficulty Lightfall raid. But they say note that Master Raid Adept Enhancing will be introduced a few weeks after the Master Raid releases, and they confirmed in another post that that will actually be in Season 21, so bear that in mind. But Weapon Enhancing allows a weapon to be upgraded with enhanced traits, a level, and a memento socket, and this upgrade will consume standard currencies and spoils of conquest for raid weapons, and will be applied through a new tiered weapon mod, but once enhanced we'll be able to modify limited aspects of the weapon at the crafting relic. But so simply said, with some time and resources, enhancing allows players to take the random rolled weapon you've obtained and enhance its existing roll to match the full power of a crafted weapon. Again, this will roll out with the launch of Season of the Deep, but long term, they want to expand the functionality to most of the non-crafted weapon drops. And they finally added in this section that they plan to give players a bit more of a sneak peek into releases before they hit servers. So some releases this year will be kept secret until they hit players' machines, but for Season of the Deep specifically, they say they will preview and share key details ahead of time. So we've got that to look forward to. But in terms of weapon level boosting, they say after Season 21, a new weapon mod will be added that will increase the level of a crafted or enhanced weapon for the cost of standard currencies. And while this won't be initially positioned as the only method for leveling up a weapon, it may be a convenient method for unlocking early perk choices and an outlet for any spare currencies that we have stockpiled. I just thought that was worth clarifying since we did have mention of that in the crafting changes. The final thing I have for this video though, regarding content in Season of the Deep, for PvP, they've said we will see the return of Meltdown, but of course that's a Mars map on a Clovis Bray facility, so there'll at least be some additional real estate for the season for PvP. In terms of new maps though, they say a brand new Vex Network map will drop in Season 22, and then for Season 23 we'll see Citadel on the Dreaming City return. Again, not really a significant PvP offering. Hopefully we'll hear about more PvP changes this year, but that's all I got for PvP players from Bungie so far for Season 22. Hopefully we'll get more info soon. For today though guys, that is everything we have to speak about regarding Season 21, so I hope this little preview has been interesting at least. And if it has, a rating down below really does help us out. Also be sure to get subscribed to the channel if you want to see more Destiny content moving forward, as we cover pretty much everything related to the game right here. Let us know what you think of the changes Bungie have outlined, or any stuff that you'd love to see in Season of the Deep. But otherwise, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.